What's good with y'all niggas? It's your boy Will, back with another story time banger video for y'all niggas. I need an intro, bruh. Somebody help me with an intro, bruh. I need a real intro. But besides that, let me start with, y'all niggas showed mad love on the last story time video that I dropped, and I really do appreciate y'all, man, like a lot. Like, I really do fuck with y'all for that shit. So I mean, all I ask for this video is 7 likes. If I get 7 likes on this video, I promise y'all another story time is coming real soon. That shit will be on the way. But the last video definitely put up numbers, so I had to bring another one. So if y'all do like this story time, 7 likes and y'all got another one. So alright, first let me get y'all hip to me when I was a little nigga. I was only worried about a couple things. The first thing I was worried about was 2K. The second thing I was worried about was fucking hoes, bruh. I'm 11, 12, 13 years old, steady talking about fucking hoes and getting some pussy all the time like a little ass virgin, my nigga. And the third thing I was worried about was getting high and smoking weed so I can look cool for the hoes, bruh. That was literally all I used to think about, was how can I look cooler to the bitches, bruh. Everything I did was for them. So this story is about the first time I ever smoked weed, right? The first time I ever smoked weed. So let's start with where I used to live. So before I lived where I live now, where I used to live at before, it was like this big ass neighborhood. Like everybody, it was like 4 different neighborhoods, all like 2, 3, 5 minutes apart. Like they was all walking distance apart, right? But everybody in all the neighborhoods knew each other. Like we were all cool. We would all link up over the summer and we would all go to one person's house. Like in summer, nobody was sitting in their house playing the game all day. You played the game all night, because all day we was always outside hooping in the one nigga backyard. Like that was just the spot to be. Like always, we was just always in this nigga backyard hooping every day, bro. Like 20 niggas deep just in the backyard hooping. And the thing was, we wasn't even hooping on grass. I mean on concrete. This nigga had grass and dirt in his back seat and we was hooping back that bitch, bro. Like niggas ain't care. It was either we was at his house or it was another nigga that had a hoop. He had concrete. So we would either be at the one nigga house with the grass or the one nigga house with the concrete. It didn't matter. We would just all hoop out there, right? And then the school, once that bitch got broken down, the rim got broke off that hoop. So the older niggas, fucking 20, 19, all them niggas, they start coming to the niggas' houses to hoop there too, because the schools that used to got hoop, niggas dunking and shit, breaking their rims over there. So they start coming to our houses, and I'm in 7th, 8th grade, shit like that. And it's just us and some 9th graders. We all just be hooping, right? So once the older niggas started coming, 19, 20 niggas, they start driving over hooping with us, right? So we get real close with them, right? So I'm in 7th, 8th grade, fucking with niggas that's 20 years old. Like we cool like that, cause we just all hoop and we all be friends. Like they wouldn't be on no, like they wouldn't try to take the course from us, take the ball. Nah, like we was all, it was like they was our mans, whatever, right? So before all of this shit happened, me and one of my other mans, we used to, like, his neighborhood had a little woods behind his house, so we would go back there and just smoke paper, like just straight ink paper, bruh. Like now that you think about it, I'm pretty sure that shit is like stupid unhealthy, bruh. Like that shit cannot be healthy, just smoking straight ink paper, bruh. But we was kids, niggas didn't know what we was doing, we was experimenting and shit, so that's what we used to do, right? That was before the teenagers just started coming over, right? So we just smoked paper and shit. We used to think that shit was cool or whatever. And niggas used to act like we was high and shit, be geeking. Yo, dummy, I'm high as shit, my nigga. Yo, Slim, I'm high as shit. And nigga, we was smoking paper. Ain't nobody was getting high, my nigga. None of that bullshit, bro. Like, we used to be geeking, bro. Like, on some nut shit, because nobody was getting high off that shit, right? So, we would either smoke behind my man's house in the woods, or it was a little creek where you walk in the woods, and then it was a little path down the hill, then it was a lake back there, so we called that shit the creek. Or we would do it, we smoke back there, yeah, down there in the creek, right? But that was closer to my house, right? So this one day, I'm just in my house cool, and it's like, I think I had just woken up and my man's called me, right? He like, yo, fool, come down to the creek, bro. Me and so down here, bro. Come down this bitch with us, my nigga. We gonna be waiting for you. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get up, brush my teeth or whatever, whoop, whoop, and I get dressed, right? I go down to the creek. And when I go down that bitch, I see these niggas just standing there smiling at me. So I'm like, the fuck these niggas smiling at, bro? What? I'm like, I'm like, all right, what's up with these niggas? What the fuck they doing, right? So he pulls out this bag, and I'm like, all right. So I seen weed before, you know what I'm saying? I ain't just never smoked that shit. So I'm like, all right. So this nigga got some weed. I'm like, what you finna do? That you ready to sell it? That nigga like, nah, fool, we ready to smoke that shit. I'm like, we ready to smoke that shit. Cause I'm a kid, my nigga. I'm like, we about to smoke weed. I'm like, huh, my nigga? I thought we was sticking a paper, my nigga. What you mean we about to smoke this shit, my nigga? I'm scared of this shit. I'm like, yo, what if I die? What if I start coughing to death? This shit, I'm just geeking, my nigga. I'm scared of this shit, bruh. But he was like, nah, bro, dude, it's cool. He was like, I'ma just call this nigga Jay, right? He was like, nah, fool, Jay gave this shit to me. He was like, just smoke that shit, but he was like, don't smoke it alone and shit. He was like, yeah, and so I'm like, shit, bro, niggas went from smoking paper to smoking weed in a fucking day, bro. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, you know what, my nigga? Shit, I was like, I'm not finna kill the vibe. I'm like, it's whatever, my nigga. So I lied to you, nah, bro. We sit there, it was like logs down that bitch. We sit on a log for like 25 fucking minutes trying to roll this shit up, my nigga. We didn't know what we was doing. We on that log watching YouTube videos, calling niggas, yo, how you roll this shit, bro? Help me out, man. How you do this shit? Niggas giving us tutorials over the FaceTime and shit. Niggas did not know what we was doing, bro. And when I tell you, when that shit came out 25 minutes later, till this day, that's the most deformed shit I ever smoked, my nigga. Like, my fault, y'all, bro. I told y'all, my fucking PlayStation be geeking, bro. But I promise y'all, next year, bro, 2K21, bro, I'm gonna be on my shit, bro. I'm gonna buy some new equipment shit so this bullshit don't happen no more. But back to my story, what I was saying, my nigga. So we smoked this deformed shit, right? Let me tell my first hit, my nigga. Bruh, niggas set me up, bruh. Like, you know how you supposed to inhale some, blow some out, and then like fully inhale it, right, my nigga? Bro, I took like a deep breath, my nigga. I didn't hold that shit. I just like that, my nigga. Like one of those on the, bruh. Oh my gosh, my nigga, coughing for like 3 minutes straight, bruh. No exaggeration, my nigga. So now I'm geeking. I'm like, yo, like I'm drinking water, coughing that shit up, my nigga. Yo, bruh. Like if I would have seen myself now to this day, bro, I probably would be rolling, my nigga, cause I was just like, I was tripping, bro, especially after I started coughing, my nigga. Hella shit started running through my head. I'm like, yo, I'm about to die, my nigga. I was like, I'm about to die, bro. But, you know, so, you know, a couple minutes later, I stopped that shit and we finished the fucking roll or whatever, right? So we finished smoking that shit, right? And this was my mistake right here, my nigga. I don't know what I was on, bro. It's like when a nigga eats an edible and then be like, yo, I'm not even high, but let me get another one. Then they smoke. Then they eat 2 edibles. Then they end up fucked up. That's what happened to me, bruh. So we spent about 10 minutes this time rolling another one. Sat on the same log. Niggas dropped the weed. I remember this shit, cause niggas dropped the weed and we fucking got on our hands and knees and picked that bitch up, blew that shit off, prayed for that shit, and then put that bitch back in the roll and niggas smoked that shit, right? So I'm like, man, I don't even know. I'm like, I'm cooling or whatever, right? So niggas like, what y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to walk up to the cause where we live, it's a Royal Farms up the street, and then it's a grocery store up the street. So niggas like, y'all trying to walk up to the Royal Farms? I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. I'm like, we can go up that bitch, right? So we start walking up that bitch, right? And bro, I promise you, just like 10-15 minutes into the walk, it's just like something smacked me in my face. I start looking around and it's like everything was moving away from me, but I'm standing still. So I'm standing still, but it's like the buildings are stretching away from me. I look, the cars stretching away from me. It's like, yo, I'm fucking tweaking right now. Like I'm standing still, but it's like everything's running away from me. But I'm like, yo, man, I'm geeking, bruh. And then on top of that, when we walk in Royal Farms, I got this feeling, like, I know what this feeling is now, cause it's like this is what happens if I smoke before I go into a party and it's a lot of people in the party and it's mad hot, my nigga. I'll get this feeling like my heart, my nigga, it'll start being mad slow and shit, and I can hear like every single beat. It's like my heart is beating in my ears and shit, hella slow, hella hard, my nigga. And I'm just geeking. I'm like, I'll be like, yo, and I gotta go stand in the corner or something away from all the people so I can get some air. This is how I felt when I was working Royal Farms, but I'm only with 2 other niggas. I'm like, it's only like 90 degrees out too. I mean, it was still kind of hot, but I feel like it feel like it's 1,000 degrees and it feel like I'm in a fucking hot tub with 30 fat niggas, bro. Like that's what it felt like. Like I'm in a little ass hot tub with 30 fat niggas squeezing my shit, bro. Like my heart was beating mad slow. My nigga, I had to stop walking. I was like, yo, my nigga, what the fuck? But I wasn't trying to seem like no bitch, cause I promise you, these niggas that I'm with, they just going like everything was all Gucci. Like they do this shit on a regular, my nigga. I'm like, did I smoke the same shit, bro? Like I feel like I'm the only one geeking while these niggas just cooling, bro. But I mean, everybody's bodies is different and shit. So I get to the Royal Farms fucking halfway dead, my nigga, barely alive and shit, my nigga. I'm tripping and whatever. So we get up to the Royal Farms, I buy Slurpee or whatever. I wasn't really that hungry. I didn't really get the munchies the first time I got high, so I just bought a bag of Doritos or some shit, probably some potato. I don't even remember what I got. It was probably something light though, some shit like that. Cause before I left the house, I'm not even gonna hold you, I ate like 30 chicken nuggets, bro. Cause I watched like I seen some videos and shit or movies and shit where niggas get the munchies after they get high. So I made sure I ate, my nigga. I ate like 30 chicken nuggets before we left, bro. Hella chicken nuggets, my nigga. Yes, hella chicken nuggets. So after after we get the snacks or whatever, the one yo who be hooping backyard, he calls us. He's like, yo, what y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to come hoop? He was like, we already got everybody else out here. He was like, we need so and so more. Y'all should come out hoop, right? So we like, all right, bet. So his house like 10 minutes away from the Royal Farms. So we walk back to his crib, right? And when we walking back to his crib, my nigga, my stomach started hurting, like I gotta throw up and some shit, bruh. But I ain't telling nobody, man. I was trying to say like no bitch, bruh, cause these niggas seem like they was perfectly fine. I'm like, yo, did I smoke the same shit as these niggas? Cause I'm over this bitch geeking. These niggas just like they cool or whatever, having the time of their lives and shit, my nigga. But so me and these niggas, we just walking and we talking and shit, and I never laughed this hard in my life, bro. And the niggas I'm with not even that funny, but like the whole time I'm laughing, like every 2 seconds, laughing hard as shit to the point I'm in tears, bro. Like I was really laughing hard as shit at everything, my nigga. That shit, I ain't never been high like that before. I think it was only because my first time and shit, but I mean, that's just how it went. And so we get to the nigga house. I hoop for like, I think it's like 2 something when we get to the nigga crib. So I hoop for like an hour or 30 minutes, some shit like that. And then I get like fucking hella, what's the name? Like my stomach, that shit just like, I'm thinking I'm about to throw up on the spot, my nigga. I'm like, god damn. So I tell these niggas, I lied to these niggas. I was like, yo, I'm hungry as shit, bro. I gotta go home, my nigga. I wasn't telling these niggas I'm about to throw up. I told these niggas, yo, I'm hungry as shit, bro. I'm ready to go home and get some food. So these niggas thinking I got the munchies and shit. They like, oh, he got the munchies. All right, little nigga. And they tell me, they dab me up and shit. Nah, I run home, my nigga. Nah, actually, I think I probably had my bike. Did I have my bike? Nah, because we walked up to the road. Never mind. But sometimes I ride my bike and shit. But nah, my nigga, I ran home. That shit was like a 5-10 minute walk. Niggas got to that bitch in like 3 minutes, my nigga. I'm running home, making my stomach worse, my nigga. To be honest, I don't even remember what happened when I walked through my house door, bro. All I know is I got in my house door, and where I was, it was a townhouse, right? So I slept in the basement. So I walk in the house, my nigga. I drink a glass of water, and then all I know is I walk to my basement. And I don't remember anything until all I know is I woke up out of my bed at like 11:30, bro. I slept for like 8 hours when I got home, bro. And I woke up, the niggas that I was with, they was texting me. They was like, you straight, bro? You good? You told us you was coming back out. You ain't never come out. Bro, I don't know if niggas thought I fucking passed out, died, or whatever. Niggas didn't even know if I made it home or not, my nigga. I didn't even know, like, I was geeking. All I know is that I walked in the house and that I blacked out, my nigga. I was slumped in my bed for 8 hours, my nigga, like straight gone, bruh. But I mean, I would say it was a fun experience for me on my first time, you know what I'm saying? It was funny to me and shit, and it was a cool trip. I was with my niggas, so it made it better and whatever. But yeah, it's a cool little feeling. I don't think you should smoke like every day on some junkie shit and some more shit. I mean, that if that's you can do that. You can do you. That's just not me. I'm not like, well, because I play sports and shit, so that shit will fuck up my lungs and shit. But I mean, doing it every once in a while not gonna kill you like every day or fucking 3-4 times a week and shit. That shit's bad for you. But I mean, Some people do it to release stress and shit, but that's y'all, my nigga. I'm just not the type of nigga that's gonna smoke everything and shit. But I mean, if you made it this far in the video, man, thank you for watching my story time. Like I said, 7 likes for a new story time, and I will have another banger for y'all niggas on the way, man. But I just want y'all to like this video. If you new, please subscribe. If you hear from TikTok, I fuck with you a lot, because I'm trying to grow my TikTok and shit, if you know. But yeah, I really do thank y'all niggas for sticking with the whole video, man, and fucking with me and liking my shit, man. 7 likes and y'all got a new story time coming, man. And I'm out, my nigga.